Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the VZ441. It's a tier 7 Czechoslovakian heavy tank. It's located on the north spawn of Lakeville and it's under the command of blacky3443. And we're doing a series of videos on the Czechoslovakian heavy tanks, seeing as they're rather in vogue at the moment. Game started. Well, let's see which gun he's actually armed with in this one. Well, okay, he's got the 105mm. He's capable of doing 320 alpha and will penetrate 206mm with standard ammo, and with the premium ammo it's 242. He's elected to actually go up the valley because a lot of his teammates are headed to the town, and so there needs to be somebody here to stop the enemy from taking advantage. Now, I've seen a couple of battles with the VZ441 already, and despite the fact that it's kind of looking, well, blunt at the front, you know, flat surfaces and all that, which is not particularly good for deflecting shots, it actually is quite a strong tank. And it's got that good, really good gun, that 105mm. It really can do a lot of damage to the enemy. So, it's very effective. It doesn't have the autoloader, the two-shot autoloader that the other Czech tanks have, but it does have very good reload time. Well, I suppose what you might call good. Standard reload 11.60. His reload is 11.5, or Blacky's is. His first shot on the T29 gets a penetration on his upper plate. Mind you, he was using premium ammo. I can see this is going to be a very difficult battle because the enemy heavy tanks have come down the valley. And there you go, he's seen to a T29, he's got his first kill. Now, I know a lot of people are grinding the Czechoslovakian heavies at the moment because I think they want to get to the autoloaders. They look a lot of fun, the ones further up the table. And I think as well, some people actually managed to get hold of the premium one by grinding it in the marathon. I didn't take part in the marathon at all because I was too busy making videos. Just didn't have the time. Okay, got around into the Panther. Low roll though, 289. You see that surface is round enough to actually reflect shots. And he got another penetration into the lower plate of the Panther. I think he might have a bit of difficulty with the KV4 though when he finally gets his reticule on him. Puts another one into the Panther, but this time around the Panther does get around in 143. I wasn't precisely sure where that shot went, but he's going to take the Panther out now. Oh, he doesn't! He doesn't get it, but he is much closer now. The guy's only got 4 hit points left, so he didn't get it this time, but he might get it next. I think the Panthers decided, yeah, probably better to retreat now. Pumps at one into the cupola on the KV4, easily gets that through, but now he's got an IS-6 to deal with. That's a tier higher and a premium at that. Trying to put the shell in the right place. That T29 is now becoming an advantage to the enemy and a disadvantage to him, but he pumps one into the cupola and gets it, but he does take a round through the viewfinder, which is going to make spotting some of the enemies a little problematic, at least the ones further away. Come on, do it again. Yep, and the KV4 is actually being torn to shreds, which is pretty amazing really. Now, he shouldn't have any problem penetrating this AMX 65 ton. The IS-6, well, we've got his lower plate, but it's a very bad angle. Probably better to go higher, that's it. Yeah, he gets it, and he gets an average roll. The defender's telling him to pull back, but I don't see why he should, because he's actually getting fantastic damage from this position. Okay, go for the same spot again. Oh, Amarak! Look at that, 850 hit points from one shot. That was a superb one. So he really is punishing these guys, but he can't get his gun down. Gun depression's only 8 degrees on this tank. Go for it. Go for it. Yes! He's out of the game, but now we've got to worry about that AMX 65 ton. It looks like he's taken his shot and he's probably reloading. There's the Panther. Oh, that one ricocheted off because of the wrong angle. That should have been a kill. If he fires an HE at him, I think he will die. I think he does want the kill. Try and get your gun down. Well, he's bouncing rounds from other tanks, but he doesn't get the Panther. That kill is taken by the K91. And he takes around from the AMX 65 ton, but puts a high roll into him. And it'll take at least 2 more rounds, actually probably 3, to take out the AMX 65 ton, unless he gets the help of his teammate. Pumps another one in. Oh, Type 61 hits him for 526. Yeah, okay, well, Blacky's down, but I think he's given his team a huge advantage, and the enemy are coming out, or our teammates are coming out of the town, and the enemy's now surrounded. There's only 3 of them left. I think if we turn the camera around, we can see that, well, they seem to be guarding the cap area now because, and they're down to just 2. This game's going to be over momentarily. K91 PT, the new premium tank destroyers, headed that way. And I think it's going to be all over. Bar the shouting. That Striv might get a couple. But he's going to take a lot of shots. Striv's gone. And there goes the 50 TP. So the game is over and it is a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for blacky3443 in the VZ441. He got a demolition expert because he blew up the IS-6. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points to his own vehicle. His first mark of excellence on this tank, as well as a sharpshooter for getting 10 or more consecutive shots, a master gunner getting 5 armor penetrating hits in a row, and also Bruce the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In this one he managed to get 6. He also managed to get the high caliber, because by staying in that position and kept pumping those rounds in, he really did decimate the enemy tanks in the valley. And really they were their last defense, really, and once they were all basically destroyed, and not destroyed, but once their hit points were taken away, it was fairly easy for the rest of the team to clear up because they didn't have much defending the cap area. The win rate in that game was 8,921, which is Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, there you go, top of the table with 4,692 hit points. The second highest damage in the game was the AMX30 on his own team with 3,652, followed by the Strip 1030 on the enemy team, 3,534. When it came to kills, he was beaten by the K91 PT, who kill-stealed that Panther. If only Blacky had managed to get that shot in on target or fired an HE round, he would have had the Panther and he would have had 4 kills instead, but sadly it wasn't to be. Blacky got 3, so did the Progetto 54 and the Type 61, who actually killed Blacky in the end. When it came to base XP, it was Blacky, yet look at the amount he got, 1,713. He was killing tanks that were higher tier than he was, and 1,140 went to the K91 PT, 1,122 went to the Defender, and the Defender picked up a cool-headed in that game as well. He fired 15 rounds, got 15 direct hits, but only 14 penetrations. 4,692 hit points of damage, all of it done at close range. 12 hits received from the enemy, 6 penetrations, 6 non-penetrations. Just goes to show, even with flat-sided armor, it's still pretty good at deflecting shots, or at least not penetrating them. 675 hit points of damage blocked by armor, 5 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and he earned 71,426 credits from the game. And after repair and ammunition respawn, yes, he did fire premium ammo. He actually ended up with a small loss of 1,376 credits. 2,569 XP, no multipliers, that's all the experience points he took away. So what a great game that was. And it just goes to show that despite the fact that it's got kind of flat-faced sides on the front of the vehicle, it's still very, very strong, this tank, and can deflect shells, especially when it's nicely angled, and Blacky did have it nicely angled in the valley. I don't understand why the other tanks wanted him to pull back, maybe because they wanted to have the sort of damage that he was doing to the enemy, and of course he was stopping them from actually moving past the centre line, and so they weren't getting any shots in, but he was getting plenty of shots on the enemy, and that proved in the end to give him the high caliber. So well done, Blacky. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And of course, do let other people know that this channel exists and that we have a sister channel called The General, where you can watch replays without any commentary whatsoever to annoy you or spoil it for you. And these are really great battles with pools medals or collar ban-offs. They're top-notch games. Thank you for watching.